I'm alive. I'm live. Good evening. Hello. I never get the timing right on that, do I? Tonight's, as it says, I kind of didn't plan tonight too well. So I have got something to do, as you can see in this box in front of me. I've got a few things here. Now, if you remember not long ago, I just about remember. Just about. Hey, Buzz, how we doing? I did. And Francois, hello. Hello. A while ago I put together another one of these, which is the Terminator Captain you would have got with issue 1 of Combat Patrol. Okay? But I picked up more of them, so essentially I have 5. And I don't want 5 with the sword and Stormbolter. What I want is some with Stormbolter and Power Fist. So today I got a hacksaw blade, chopped it down, and put it into the handle so I could make modifications. From those modifications, I have sawn his hand off, which had the bolter in it, and I have cut the sword off. Now, the plan for that is so I can glue the gun onto the sword arm, like so, and then where his gun was, I can put a power fist. So then he'll have a power fist and a Stormbolter, and he won't be kitted out the same as this fella. Can I do that another 3 more times? And that'll give me 4 more Terminators to go with the others that I have. But these ones will all end up having cloaks and looking a bit more fancy than the other Terminators. Good evening, Kirsty. How are you today? I hope you're doing all right. So that's the first thing I've got to do is actually glue those things on. Along with that, I'm going to have to spray him on the base coat him, as well as base coat the Von Ryan's Leapers that I put together from issue 2. The other set of Von Ryan's Leapers that I've put together for issue 2. Good evening, Nick. So there's those 3 that I'm going to have to spray as well. So I'll base coat quite a lot. Good evening, Ali, as well. Thank you very much for everybody who's come to join me tonight. Thank you all. So I've got a lot of base coating to do. I've got some gluing to do. Then once I've done that, I've got quite a few other models that I'm partway through painting, such as the Squig Riders that I need to finish off and a load of others. BC! BC, would you like to come up and talk to me and decide whether or not I like this stuff? The chest is easy to replace. Oh, you mean on these guys? You see, I kind of want to keep the cloaks on them, so I can kind of have it as, if I do decide to use this chappie as just a sergeant. No worries, BC, no worries. It's never a you have to, it's always you have the option to, my friend. So if you are not able to, you're not able to, that's fine. Why don't I want the likes of you around? Hey? Alright, see, I'm not adventurous enough to start hacking up too much of my models at the moment because, it's a makeshift saw that I've had to make to do this. See, they would love you, BC. But if you've not got the time, mate, as I said, no one's forcing you to do anything you do not wish to do. If you do not wish to come up, you do not have to. I don't force anybody to come up. But if anyone wants to, then they can. So first thing I need to do is glue, which I do actually have now. I actually went out and got some yesterday, specifically so I could actually do some gluing today. And cheers. If not smoking stuff, it's going back on alcohol a little bit. Only a little bit. and especially with the taste of that wine tonight, I think it'll only be one glass because it is, what's it called? It's a red something. So I can keep the tabard. Right. That bit I'm not too bothered about, Francois. It's that bit. Because it is actually his backside there. It doesn't cover the armour. It is warm. It is warm, slightly. It does not go in the fridge. I'm not that daft. Yeah, it's the main cloak, which, again, I'm not too bothered about losing. No, don't go for my asshole and you'll be all right. That's the only no spot I can think of. Well, yeah. So I need to do some gluing on this one. No, he has, essentially, he has no arm. This bit here, if I was to clip it off, you see, if you look down into there, you can see where it actually covers the back of what would be the basically his arse armour. Check one out on the sprue. Where did I put my sprue? My sprues of them. Where have I put my there? Just so happen to have. Oh, what has Ellie said? Right, so we'll have a look actually on the. Oh, right, yeah. So, looking on the sprue. Yeah, you see, you still get that bit of his arse there, which isn't actually covered in. So, yeah, he has no arse on that bit. Because that bit goes over there, and then that comes straight through the back. So it's literally just that one small section. So I don't think I'll be chopping the capes off. I know I've got multiples. So yeah, there's various other things in there. I think I've got a lieutenant in there as well. Yeah, I've still got one of the lieutenants with shields in there as well. But this, I can't touch this bag because, well, Sparkle is going to make one of these models. So I make the cut along the legs. Leaving the belly tabard. No, I still don't see how I'm going to get past that gap. So you make the cut along there. You're going to have to choose the special song, BC. Choose a special song and I shall sing you a song. I did say to Ali that I would sing again on this one, much to my horror, and don't know why I agreed to that, but I did agree. The front side of it, that's the back side. Right, so yeah, you take it off there. I'm not singing a dogging song. I don't know any words to any dogging songs. I can't sing any Kirsty because I don't know any words to any. And I'll get copyright striked if I go to the place where I know this song. You've got me thinking, Francois, but I'm not 100%. 100% on it. Plus, I want them to stand out as a spare unit. So I'll have one unit of the older, smaller style Terminators, one unit that came with Leviathan, and then I'll have one unit that all look like that. Very easy to tell them apart. I'm lazy. I'm lazy. What can I say? When it comes to, I want it ready for the tabletop. Right. So you've got me thinking about it. I may try it on the next one, or one of the next ones, but I want to see if the Power Fist and the Stormbolter work as a trade them over. Because if I start cutting up too much and it doesn't work, then it goes a bit awry. And I do have another tub somewhere, this full of spare like Power Fists. I refuse that one, Mick T. I will not sing that Ginger Tosser songs. Sorry. No Ginger Tosser songs. And he is the original first class Ginger Tosser. You can make up, no, Jesus Christ. If there's anything that makes you not want to be a Mancunian, it's that fucker, isn't it? All right. So where was he up to? Oh yeah, I've got right. So start off with a Stormbolter that I intend to glue onto his hand, and I've just realised I've not cleaned his hand up enough because I'm an idiot. Where have I put standing stick? Standing stick. I've got a standing stick here somewhere. Good evening, Dan. Good evening. Again, the same. Well, it's not just for Dan or BC for that matter. It's for any of those who have been up before or would like to come up. Would like to come up again. The offer is always there. I have my phone facing towards me, so I can actually see when people send me messages on Instagram or Facebook now. And then I can open it up on the PC, and then I can send you the link. Nice and privately. No hassle, no kerfuffle. Everybody happy. To a degree, anyway. I'm using a fire trap box because, well, I got a new pair of shoes today. Nice blue boots. Because I didn't have the black ones in my size, and I didn't want to get brown again. And I like the blue ones. The blue ones look really nice. They just don't go with my black jeans, which is rather annoying. I wanted a pair for it to go with my black jeans because I've not worn my black jeans for bloody years. But yeah, it is what it is now because they didn't have any in stock. Not the right size anyway. Do not make... If you've sealed up again, I am not going to be happy. Don't do this bit at home, kids. Because that is really bad. So I'm not going to try chopping any capes off on this one. But I am going to at least try to attach the Stormbolter and Power Fist so it'll be like one of the other Terminators. Let's just hold that in place for a minute. So that the gun stays there. And it will make it a little bit awkward getting in behind the damn thing under here. The cape does stay on these. The cape's probably going to stay on all of them, so I can have it as kind of the elite of the elite. So all Terminators are part of the first company. All Terminators are part of the first company. But I have a Cataphracti Terminator captain with a chain fist. So we're going to have like almost like an honor guard for him. That would be nice. That would be really nice. That way I can use what is essentially the Horus Heresy captain as the captain, and then use The ones that are actually bigger than him as his honor guard. Now, really, people would say, yeah, I'm still waiting for BC's song. I'm trying to remember certain words to another one so I can just start singing and make it a bit more of a surprise. But I can't remember how it starts. So I'm just going to have to hope it comes to me in a minute. So there, Power Fist and Stormbolter as opposed to Sword and Stormbolter. So it does work. Now I've got to let him dry. Take the saw out of the box, you absolute buffoon. Right. So lie him down there for a moment while he dries. Move the glue. No, it's a Green Day song. I'm trying to remember how Basket Case starts. Oh, that's it. Do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once? Why did I mute myself? Right, okay, which bit did you miss? Because I've got no idea why this thing is muting itself. And it's like the third time it's done it tonight. First time live on stream. You can't hear me? Okay. Settings, audio. Blue microphone. Okay, can you hear me now? Okay, so just after I started singing, it went off. Is there anything that says nobody actually wants to hear me singing more than the computer turning me off? I can't even remember how it started now. Pardon me. Sorry about that. I can't remember how the song started. I started it, and I can't remember how. How does basket? What's the first line of Basket Case? Because I can't remember the first line. I've just sang the first line. That's actually got more of a kick to it than I would like. More of a beginnery kick. Yeah. How does it first? I don't intend to get into your underwear, Mick. That is not something I'm aiming for. I'm trying to remember how Basket Case starts. No, it was Green Day. Basket Case. Right, I'm gonna have to go look up because I started it a minute ago, and I remembered the first words, and now I forgot them. So let's go find them. There we go. I found it. Basket Case is a song by Green Day. And it goes, do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once? I am one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. Okay, verse 2. I went to a shrink to analyze my dreams. She says it's lack of sex that's bringing me down. I went to a whore. He said my life's a bore. So quit my whining cause it's bringing her down. And then it keeps into the chorus again. And I'm not going to sing anymore because that is some strange and unusual torture for anybody. And I also wish to ask Mr. Graham, how do, mate? How do? What's this I hear about you going into the alcohol producing business? Unmute. Is that better? I hope so. Settings. Audio. It's flickering, it's flickering, it's flickering. So it's saying it's picking it up. But I'm going to have to keep a close eye on that mute thing now because I don't click that mute button. It does it. And I don't know how. Now, unless Captain sat there in the background and I can't see him, and he's clicking the mute button, which is Thank you, Hank. Thank you, Hank. do that. Check audio settings. That should be fine. Right, okay. I've reset the USB, as you've all just seen me do. I'm going to do my best to stop that USB getting knocked in any way, shape, I can. Can't guarantee it, but I'm going to try. Fingers crossed it works. If not, I don't know. I'm gonna. If not, what I'll have to do is I'll have to get the other one and use the other wire, and hope that works. It's the only thing I can do. But if it doesn't go again, I'm going to be all right. I think what I was doing, I was catching the USB with my headphone lead. The printer cable plugged in. Don't go bleeping at me like that, you silly, silly machine. Not me. Why? I don't share anything on Facebook, Francois. Everything I share is on Instagram or my Discord. So join the Discord is probably the easiest way to send a picture. And yeah, join the Discord is probably the easiest way to send a picture. And if you or Instagram, Facebook, I do not have lazy mini painting on Facebook at all. Essentially, lazy mini painting is the more private one, and I don't like the sound of knocking boxes over. And where did I put the spare microphone? Where have I put the spare microphone? I don't know where it is. To reconnect, and I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Right. Okay. Let's try. And that, and let's see if this works now, because it's more pointed down, so hopefully the wire won't get banged or twisted or knocked or go mute again. That's what I want, hopefully. If not, then I'm gonna have to go on an absolute rummage. It doesn't have a power switch, Ali. It's turn the airbrush off. And it shouldn't be muted now. Oh, don't do this to me now. Please. Right, hopefully it's not muted now. It seems to only happen. Blake, what's up, man?
Yeah, be back.
You know the routine. If you want me to send you a thing, sling me a message. on something, and well, Instagram are your way of communicating with me. So there are some people who I'm not saying I don't have a Facebook. I'm just saying I don't have a Facebook connected to the channel. Because there are some people who do know me personally and have my Facebook before I started the channel. It isn't, Graham, is it? It's not my night tonight. I don't know what the hell's going on, but something certainly got it in for me. Something's definitely got it in for me tonight. Don't know what it is. Don't know who it is. Okay, I have just had the first request for a link. For those of you who are wondering, it is the one, the only, the carving craftsman. The Yorkshireman, who we all know and love. Which is Mr. Mick D. So Mick's about to come up and join me. Right, now, my compressor has just nicely shut out half the things I wanted to do tonight. So gloves come off. Everything in this box gets closed away and goes to dry until tomorrow when I can try it off camera and it's not going to mess up. So you all go down there. What I do get to try, though, is my nice new brushes. Isn't that good? See, I was so unprepared for tonight, I've actually started over-prepared. Now, did I actually send that? Yes, I did, so that's good. That is good. I did send that link. So it's nothing to do with my headphones going that side, so I can pull them off. But what I do have is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. That's not the right amount of number. That's not the right number. Let me just find to add Mr. McKee to the stage. Wakefield. Oh, just Wakefield. How are you doing, mate?
Just let me turn you up. All right, mate. How are you? I thought I'd come up, mate, rather than just watch you struggle. With that,
I don't know. I have no idea what's going on with
with your sound going down.
Well, it only happened with when my airbrush started filling up again with air. Well, the compressor started filling with air again. It muted it.
Well, does it maybe drawing power?
Well, I don't know. I don't know why, to be quite honest, because my mic's over on this side of me and the airbrush is over that side of me on the floor, for Christ's sakes. So I'm not sure what's going on there. So now looks like I'm picking colours for these guys, which was not my intention for this evening.
So really I'm getting ready to send my pal in Ireland some of these bad boys.
Oh, no, keep them away from it. They'll kill me off. They would do me in them things.
Yeah. I've already sent them, mate, right? I sent them over to Ireland, but and I didn't want to put hot chip challenges, so I just put like 2 packets of Doritos. You know what I mean? And they've sent them back.
Greasy
Like
buggers.
the customs won't accept it. Like what did they say? Non-documentation.
What?
So it should have said exactly what was in the package. Do you know what I mean? But it didn't.
Right.
It just said wood. It just said wood Doritos. So I sent a plaque over as well. So it was like bollocks. So I've got to spend another 15 quid and send it back, saying exactly what's in the package.
You've just answered a question that I've been wondering for a couple of years now, which is why my Toblerone never made it over to EB. And I now know the reason. It's because I listed it as confectionery instead of a fucking Toblerone. You know, smart ass me. Thinking I'll be all posh and call it confectionery rather than a Toblerone. Apparently the posts don't like that. Don't ask me why. Okay, so seeing as my plans have been what I intentionally wanted to do, has just been thrown out the window because technical issues. I'm gonna move on to Gobelins and try my new brushes out. So let's move the camera down a little bit so I can actually get a better grip and lean my hands on stuff. Move the brushes I do not wish to use just yet out the road. And then I can start painting the lance, or lances, should I say? Because there are plural. There's like 5 of these things to do. I did have another idea, but then I forgot to go and get the stuff to do it today. I was going to possibly.
I'm just glad you stopped singing.
You're just glad I've stopped singing. See, told you I can't sing worth a toffee.
Oh, yeah, I'm only joking, mate. I had you on mute, to be honest. When everyone was saying you're muted, I'm not even talking. And I realised it was you, and I thought it was you, and then I turned my volume up, and it was like, no, you are muted.
KV, how's it going, man? How's it going? Contact me through methods if you wish to have the link. I'm not pinning it because, well, nobody clicks it, so it's just pretty much pointless for me to do that. So it's link by request now. Link by request.
I've got to calm down with that Captain Baptin's football fucking team, mate. Me.
Well, I think I'm not quite bottom. I think I'm 13th.
I think I'm something like that. I've changed my teammate twice in the last 2 days. I've just gone like proper. I've just gone like 13-year-old. I'm playing Football Manager. Do you know what I mean? I think I've wasted like 46 points in the last 2 days.
I made one change, which was the change I had to make because, well, he wasn't playing in the league anymore. But that's been it. Yeah. That's the only change I've made, apart from squad changes.
I honestly think you've allowed one transfer a week free.
Yeah.
So, but like your players' price goes up dependent on how they play or whatnot. So I made the right bollock, me, mate. I really did to start with. I thought, yeah, I'll go for all, not the name, you know, like, and save a bit of cash. But I just made the right bollocks, mate. And my defence, I don't know why I picked the best strikers and left nobody from my defence. Do you know what I mean? So I ended up with like Crystal Palace, Bournemouth, and Everton defenders.
Right. You see.
And they've all, and they've all let 10 goals in.
Oh. JV, have you really requested that song? Can you see what song he's requested, Mick?
No, I can't see chat. I'm on my tablet. Right.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll highlight it. You can see it now.
Oh, I haven't got my glasses on. What's it say?
Girls just want to have fun.
Oh, I like that song.
Yeah, do you like that song?
Well, don't we just?
No, see,
Yeah, girls
I'm
will
sorry,
have fun.
JV. Sparkles
It's
has
meant to
overruled
pay,
you and doesn't want me to cause pain to her, one of her favourite songs. So, Sparkles has overruled you on that one. I'm not allowed
How
to
about
sing
some
it.
right shit, Fred?
No, my voice isn't deep enough. My voice isn't deep enough to get a bit of right, said Fred. I wish I could get that tone, but no.
I know. I think this
That would
year's
imply
gone quick.
actually singing. Oh, it has. This year's gone way too quick. We're at what? Halfway through September. Looks like we should not be halfway through September now.
Yeah, it's Christmas in 3 months.
Shut up. Shut up. I don't want to hear that C word. Nope. 100 days, I've just been told. 100 days.
I fucking heard you. I tell your lass to shut up. I'm not. I know it was 3 months. I didn't even know the exact days. I heard it. 100 days.
That's what my mic's like. She's
Yeah, girls just want to have fun. I blame JV, me. Girls just want to have fun. I'm not surprised, but it's those men that have to pay for it.
Yeah, I blame JV as well. It's always his fault. And we can blame him because he's on the other side of the ocean and he can't come and get us very quickly.
I thought Sparkles would be watching Married at First Sight, to be honest with you.
Oh, she don't watch that shite. She don't watch that shite at all. You shouldn't even watch Voice or unless it's like the first couple of episodes. Like let's have a look at the ones who like can't sing. And that's the only one she has a look at. Once to get past the ones that can't sing, she's stopped. So yeah. JV, is this the first time you're speaking to Sparkles O? Which is Mrs. Laz, as the other name that she is known as. I believe it actually might be. Which is odd because the amount of times that I've referenced JV to the Mrs. She probably knows more about him than he has any want for her to know. Obviously, within the limitations of what I know about him. She doesn't. I hope she doesn't know shit that I don't know. If you know shit that I don't know, then I want to know how.
God.
Yeah, he might have told her. He's a fucker for knowing things, isn't he?
I don't know. I watched that Beetlejuice the other day, mate. I didn't reckon no to it. Yeah. I'm too much of a. I don't know. Do you know? Like some films just deserve that one film and leave it there.
Yes.
Like remakes and that don't. It's just. Do you know what I mean? I think it's all right if you. But I remember the first Beetlejuice. Do you know what I mean? It's just like. I think they've just run out of fucking ideas. To be fair with it.
Well, that's what it looked like when I saw the trailer. It just looked like they took the first film and then let's remake it with the same cast. And it's like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
they're all going to be
I think it's
now.
a good idea. And then when it comes to like just coming up with a story or whatever, and I would just think, no, we've run out of ideas. We just go in with it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, basically, they're milking it for the nostalgia value as opposed to.
It was like a reference to the first film, though. So if you've never seen the first film, you never know.
Yeah, but I like the first film, and so does Mick T.
Yeah, but that's what's good about it. It just references so you wouldn't get it if you hadn't seen the first film. It's good.
I'd rather just watch the first film again.
It's good. It is. It's like a separate story, but it's still referencing the first.
You seen what you started now, Mick?
I wish I hadn't fucking bothered. It's your fault, mate. Yeah, why don't your microphone cut out when your missus is yapping?
Because she
only cuts out when you talk.
The microphone doesn't like me, that's all. It's my voice he don't like. JB,
No, I
that
get
came
what
out.
she's saying. I get what she's saying, but it's just my opinion. I think it's shit,
No,
mate.
no,
You
no.
know what I mean?
Uh,
It's just like
she-
if they meet, like the Predator films, mate. Do you know what I mean? They've got out of hand.
Don't worry about it, Nick. She refused to take me to the cinema to go watch it because she knew what I'd be like. Just point, I'm not taking you because you're just going to moan all the way through it. First one's better. Yeah, it is. Told you, look at this. This is going to happen. So she just didn't take me. Took the eldest kid instead. And they went and watched it and enjoyed it together, which is fine. They enjoyed it. So, okay. I knew I had a good idea that I wasn't going to going into it. So you don't know. I'm just going to moan and complain all the way through. So you made the good choice of not taking me.
Yeah. Are you watching boxing up weekend?
No, pay-per-view.
Going on?
I haven't seen what's going on in chat. I have not seen what's going on in chat. There's a Let Sparkles Speak movement going on. Free Sparkles. They're revolting against you, Mick.
Yeah, but do you know what I mean? It's a good job. I'm too high, mate. Do you know what I mean? They might as well fucking pick on Mick there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Michaelmas.
Well, they can't pick on me just in case my headphones cut out. They can't. I don't know. I'm reading all this text. What's the worst movie I've ever watched? Or anyone's ever watched for that? What's the worst movie you've ever watched, Mick? While I give it a think. Because there was some fucking tragedies.
I can't name a few, mate, to be honest.
In fact, no. Why are you even thinking? Star Wars Episode 9. It's the worst movie I've ever watched.
Worst movie I've ever watched? I don't know, mate.
Star
Probably
Wars
Last Action Hero, Schwarzenegger.
See, I don't mind that because that is just pure out action fun. He's not trying to be anything suave or he's not trying to be intellectual or anything like that. It is just literally action fun. So I don't mind that one because it's not pretending to be something else. Star Wars Episode 9, however, was pretending to be a Star Wars film and wasn't. It was just a bag of shite.
Oh, Die Hard 4, probably. That was shit.
I mean, there are a lot of shit movies out there. Killer Clowns from Outer Space, Sharknado 94.
That James Bond movie with Timothy Dalton.
See, not even that's got a little bit of tongue-in-cheek comedy class to it. Might not be perfect.
Yeah.
He might not be Sean Connery, but yeah, it's passable as a standalone.
Probably Brave the Titanic.
What as in the DiCaprio film?
No. The one before that, like in 1984, Raise the Titanic.
Oh no, I've never
seen
the
film they actually fucking they raised it, and then 6 months later they found it in 2 pieces.
Fucking hell.
So the movie flopped, but that was a shit film, mate. To be fair, I've seen a few though, you know what I mean? But one Adam Sandler's film, I didn't really fucking enjoy that. To be fair,
I did a lot of his films. I don't enjoy, but I don't put them down as really bad films. They're just not for me.
Yeah.
Whereas the one that I chose, I love that universe. I absolutely.
I don't know. I can say Batman though as well, mate. No, with Mr. Freeze.
Oh, the Schwarzenegger Batman Forever.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty. That was bad.
Yeah, what's this one? All right. First of all, I've never seen Paintball, Graham. Never seen Paintball. Who did that one? Who was in it? Who was the director? I don't know on that one. That's just a hard watch anyway, Ali. That's just a hard watch. And nope, I have not seen. I saw the first Bad Boys. I've not seen the second or the new one. Yeah, not seen the other two. Right, have fun, JV. Go back to work. Earn your money. I've not seen Deadpool or Wolverine. Buffoonery can be funny, but it is the reason I don't like Will Ferrell, because he plays that buffoon character. Mix dropped because I'm assuming things have kicked in now. If not, then Mix dropped for another reason, and I hope I don't mute. See, Sandler's buffoonery isn't quite the same as what everyone else. He does angry a lot, and I've got to say, don't mess with the don't mess with the Zohan. He actually plays a character. He doesn't just play Adam Sandler doing goofy. He actually plays a character in it, and it's good. I like that film. It's a bit of a different spot for him. But I've got to agree. Buffoonery, I don't necessarily enjoy. But then again, I am also a quite a large Monty Python fan, and theirs is just silly satire, buffoonery in its almost purest form. So although I don't like all buffoonery, there are some bits of it that I do like. But then again, I wouldn't call myself a romance film lover. But I'm sure there's at least one that I will like. There's got to be one out there somewhere. Like I said last week, Even Take That wrote a song that I like, and I don't like Take That. So usually there's at least one within a genre or somewhere that is like, no, you know something. That one's all right. That one, I'll let it off. That one can go in the collection. Right, try and make sure I get all the metal bits. If you haven't seen a Jim Carrey film, watch the Man on the Moon, because he plays Andy Kaufman, and he plays that role amazingly. In fact, it made him go a bit nuts afterwards because he got so into the part. But yeah, Andy Kaufman as a comedian is absolutely brilliant. And then you've got Jim Carrey playing him as well, he gets comedy. He can get the laugh out of people. He knows how to work it. So it's a nice little, yeah. It's a nice combo. Have Jim Carrey playing Andy Kaufman. It's almost a biographical film, as opposed to what it's going to be set out to be it's not set out to be a comedy, even though it's based on a comedian. I mean, yeah, you've got all the classics, Ace Ventura, Liar Liar, Dumb and Dumber. Longest Yard I didn't like. I preferred the Vinnie Jones version, which I think, was it Mean Machine or something like that? Essentially the same premise. A professional sports player gets sent to prison and has to play said professional sport against a prison guard team. And obviously they win because the professional refuses to throw the game. My muting was my compressor for the airbrush. every time it was filling itself back up with air, it was triggering the mute button on that, and I don't know why. So that's going to take some experimentation to find out why it was actually triggering it. Because my compressor's on the floor, next to, like what, about 2 foot away from me on the floor. Absolutely nowhere near my PC or my keyboard or any monitors or any buttons or anything that should be able to mute. But yeah, for some reason, when it was filling up with air, it muted me. I don't understand it, but it did. Yeah, that's your metal bits done. Let's go back to you because I think I forgot your feet. Have you got armored feet? You do not have armored feet. Oh. I thought you would have had armored feet. You know, like the other dude. Well, I say dude, the other goblin thing. What? Squig rider. What do you call it? Let's go see. What have I got to catch up with? Right, so I've still not found out what paint bottle is from Graham. I mean, I could go have a look. There's nothing stopping me, really. Graham, PAINTBALL space FILM. I don't know what this one is. Oh, so it's a right, okay. Silly teenagers get trapped in somewhere they shouldn't be. Psycho killer decides they shouldn't be there. I'm going to take them out. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's a familiar premise. Sorry about that. Oh, we've had all right weather here today as well, actually, in fairness. It's been a nice day for the... yesterday was freaking chucking it down. But today we might even manage to get like washing out on the line if we wanted to. In fact, we should have for a week, I think. We should have a decent level of sunshine and warmth for the rest of the week. I hope so anyway. The weather report says so. That's not supposed to make you laugh as well. That is not... Human Centipede was not supposed to make you laugh. I didn't like the first one. It's just like what? It was yeah. I understand how it came about as a premise, or at least I think I do. I heard rumors and things about how the human centipede thing came about as a thought idea, and if it was only put into that, then I'd be fine. But no, they wrote a film about it and put it on the screen. And no, Iron Sky is hilarious. Anyone who doesn't find space Nazis on the moon funny, it just doesn't have a funny bone. And yes, they do many things that in today's standards would be, oh, you can't do that. I don't care. That film was hilarious. I think in the sequel they ended up with dinosaurs as well, didn't they? Because they've done an Iron Skies 2 as far as I'm aware. I think they end up with dinosaurs on that one, which is just even more like, what the... How the heck did you get from that to that? obviously somebody made the connection somewhere to have Nazis on the moon with dinosaurs, but I don't know what they were smoking when they made said connection. And they were definitely smoking something. And if they say they weren't, it means they're still under the effects. So I've got to say, first impression of these, Rock Ninja brushes? They're not bad. Paint's going on quite smoothly. And I'm using the size 1. No, Ali, you should not even ask about human centipedes in any shape or form. I don't want to be the one that gets labelled for the one that corrupted you. I don't want a message on Discord saying, "Why did you make me watch that? I had to bleach my eyeballs afterwards." It's both. It's a sci-fi comedy. Iron Sky is a sci-fi comedy, which is hard to do, in fairness. The best sci-fi comedy I've ever seen has got to be Red Dwarf. And I've not really seen anything to come to that standard. But Iron Sky was a good sci-fi movie. Oh yeah, definitely. And any of the human centipedes, you need to have a certain temperament to be able to watch them without feeling sick. Yeah, definitely at some points you need to look at them and go, have a serious think about the people who thought of this thing. Well, that's a bit of a big drink, that one. Oops. Now, I have just realised that all the Americans that came in will all still be in work right now. Which is possibly why none of them wanted to jump up or stay in chat for too long, because they don't want to get fired. No, it's they don't have, the human centipedes don't really have jokes. And about the only thing I could think of that you could laugh at it is the absurdity of it. Even though, right, actually, correct me if I'm wrong on this one, Francois. The first one was medically accurate. The second one was blown out of proportions to be medically inaccurate. If I remember correctly. So the second one isn't medically accurate. It's blown out of all proportion to make it almost Killer Clowns Outer Space style B-movie. Look at how daft it can go if you take it this far. I'm getting messages through Discord. I'm going to have to go check it. Just give me one moment. And this is the problem, having multiple ways for people to contact me. It really is a pain having multiple ways for people to contact me. Right. That's fine. I don't know what's happened to my computer. I mean, the thought of it, I'm aware of how it. Yeah, it was. Let's think of tortures for the worst of the worst, and they came up with a human centipede. How do you punish the people that you really, really want to punish, but we don't have the death sentence anymore? Well, you set them up like this, especially from the first one, which was, as I said, medically accurate, which was what made that one all the more disturbing. So the second one, as far as I'm aware, it was completely just no. This isn't accurate. This is just horror, scare to the point of absurdity. But no, it's not. It's not a set of films. It's not a pair of films that I've enjoyed. I've seen both. No. Would you like me to explain it, Ali? It's three humans medically grafted together to make a human centipede. And there is only one way, really, that you can make it work so that all three humans live, and that is the front person is the luckiest, because they're at the front. The middle person is surgically grafted to their anus via the mouth. The back person is then surgically grafted to their anus via the mouth. And then the back person finally gets to defecate. So the front person eats and it passes its way through all three. But obviously, because it's a surgical procedure they've had to go through, they've had to then learn how to walk, move as one. I don't want you to watch the end of it, so I'm just gonna tell you what happens at the end. Yeah. At the end, the front person and the back person die. Middle person doesn't. Don't watch it. Yeah, exactly. The premise of Human Centipede, fucking horrendous. But the first one, the look on my face describing it, well, think about it. It's no. It's not something. It is not a pleasant thought, but let's put it that way. Certainly not a pleasant thought. Didn't mean to cough into the mic. Yeah, it is. It is just a whole different level of no, isn't it? Now that's the first one where it's medically accurate. Can you imagine what happens when they get to blow it out of all proportion and take it to just stupid levels, like going, right, now we can make it so it's not accurate. So now we can just take it weird ways. We start joining esophaguses to intestines and bladders and God knows what else, and have it so the circulatory system could work through all three and crap like that. So it's a single entity with three hearts and three sets of lungs, three brains, but a single circulatory. You can take it in some stupid ways. Yep, drink. Although drinking alcohol, maybe not a good idea, because, well, that's just going to set my brain off and lower my inhibitions. So, but it's going to stop me going for a cigarette break. So, I want team to go for a cigarette break while I continue painting grots on squigs. I do not know what is going on with my nose tonight. I again apologize. It was not like this when I started before I started this stream. It was a nice nose. We have a different set of funny there, Francois. I mean, I don't mind a bit of sick humor, but I can't find humor if there's not at least something there. I mean, I do like dark comedies, Black Star being one of my favorites, but there's a certain degree that it just goes just over that. It's like, holy shit. There's certainly a degree that takes it out of the comedy section, even though it's got the absurdity to be within the comedy. There are definitely bits that take it out of that comedy section. Oh, he's barefooted. That's good. He's got a nice shoulder pad. I hope Mick T's all right, because he's disappeared and I've not seen him. You're trying to get me to sing again, Ali, and I know this because I recognize the lyrics. That's that silly song with them Muppets in, isn't it? Where they're in a fight. I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Don't put the blame on me. That one. I do recognize some of these things. I'm apologizing again. I'm gonna go off camera a minute. I'm gonna get a big old sheet of kitchen roll, and I'm gonna give this hooter a right good going over. So give me a moment, please. I'm gonna mute it because I can blow my nose loudly. But this hooter needs starting. I was gonna go with kitchen roll, but never mind. This'll do. Don't want me to finish. You don't want me to finish that. Try and keep it as light and touch as possible. Ah, crap. Yeah, the one time I thought I'd muted it, and it fucking doesn't. Yeah, I was stood in the other room when I blew my nose then, by the way. So, you're glad I weren't sat right next to the microphone. I was separate room entirely. I'm guessing you can still hear me. I did say I would give him a hooter a good going, though. Well, that looks like a sharpened stick, actually. The only metal bit seems to be right down here, essentially where the ferrule is. EB! Cheers, homie. What's up, man? You got your editing doing? Chaos in background. Food ready for when boss gets home? Ali's asking for song requests, CB, because she wants me to sing. So bear that in mind before you put any song requests in, that I'm the one who's going to be singing it, not the original artist, or even a good cover version. Is this the one that's flying off the back? Yeah, this is the fun one. This is the one I like. This is the one where he's kind of swinging off the back of it. Yeah, I'm going to check everything off before I start anything too not YouTube friendly, Francois. Don't worry. I will make sure that is all gone before I start doing anything that's not YouTube friendly. That'll come after the drive safe end stream bit. Which I don't know why I actually say drive safe, because most people will be watching me at home or on, at least sat somewhere comfortably, I hope, and not driving down the middle of a busy street while listening to me prattle on. I would hate to be the reason for an accident. Not that I can stop people in cars listening to me, it's just you shouldn't be on your phone if you're driving. And I know there are some people who do. See? EB knows the answer to that one. EB knows the correct answer to whether or not I should sing. No. Are you having Domino's tonight, EB? Or is it just make your own? In fairness, make your own is usually better. More pepperoni on it, more cheese on it. Give it a little bit longer in the oven. Make it more to your personal taste rather than Domino's, who just thunk, 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 thunk. Little Caesars. Isn't that just like Domino's? Chain pizza. I'm also about to have a quick look in. Have I just missed another message? I do not believe so. Right. That's good. That's good. Always good to tip that I've not missed messages of people asking for links. Well, I've got a feeling one's about to come through after I've just checked. Another one's going to come through. So I'm going now that Francois is out there. So Little Caesars is worse than Domino's. Oh, jeez. That's a bad pizza. Must be like Papa John's level. Shit and all. Papa John's are horrible pizzas. So I believe that will be me done with silver. Oh God, Ali, you don't like that song, do you? God, that was, oh no. It's mainstream's idea of what they think techno was, and it was just awful. I buy pizzas usually once a week, but I end up going to. I'll say I buy pizzas. The family have pizza, and because I know none of them are actually going to finish the pizza, I don't bother buying one and just leave and end up with essentially a full pizza left over at the end. and just eat that. Save me money, and I still get pizza. And I get a variety as well. I get a bit of a veggie one, a bit of pepperoni one, a bit of cheese one. It's not too bad. Yeah, that's not as good as the other one. The one I had last week was much better. No, 2 Unlimited were we've had a frontal lobotomy, and someone's give us one word to say. So the woman goes, no, 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 and the man goes, techno, 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 techno. That's pretty much it. It's a shit song. Sorry, Ali, but it is. It's a shit song. And he was a wanker because he used to beat her up. So he can go fuck himself on her. Prick that he was. With his stupid little tufty haircut. What a knob. Oh, yes, I have a new ivory paint to try today. I did not, but I see, I'm in the lucky position when it comes to that Oasis reunion. I never had to pay any money to listen to it. Never. As soon as they announced that Heaton Park was where they were going to play in Manchester, I immediately got free access because it's like a couple of miles that way and I can hear it. Just go out the front door and I can hear Heaton Park. So when they do that one every year, I hate it because till about 11:30 at night, we can still hear it. So if you want to get an early night that night, nope, not happening. Okay. So I have a new ivory paint try today because I have been using. Where's that crap one gone that I've not liked? There it is. So I have been using Duncan Road's Tooth and Coat. I've not been happy with it. So I'm going to try Army Painter Bony Spikes to see if that's any better. I hope it is. I hope it's more like the Vallejo one. But yeah, when it comes to the Oasis thing, I have no choice unless I leave my house and go on holiday for that bit. I have to listen to Oasis. I know it sounds so bad when you put it that way, and I have to listen to it. I was tempted to pick up the GW one, but I like dropper bottles. And I've been all right with Army Painter so far. So when I saw that one, I thought I'll give that one a try because they didn't have any Vallejo, they didn't have any A-King Interactive, they didn't have any P3. I had an option of Duncan Roads, which I already know I don't like, the Army Painter one, or the GW one. And the GW one doesn't come in dropper bottles. So I went for the Army Painter. Very, very, very simple person answer. Now, there are going to be certain parts of this that I'm going to have to go over again with ivory so I can get a good coat with the actual colour I want. Namely, all these areas here that I've hit with the airbrush when I shouldn't have. So I'm going to have to go back over a lot of these, I think, with a brighter ivory colour, just so I can then put it back to the colour I want it to be. Problem is I don't know which brush to use. I mean, I've got all the 20 odd brushes that I cleaned the other night, And then I have got this Rock Ninja set that turned up today. That's pretty much my entire technique, Francois, is to go dry brush, ivory, paint it the colours or speed paints the bits that you want, and dry brush out ivory again. That is my painting style. Are you talking about EB or Dan? Because I think I've been on both. I know I've been on EBs a couple of times, and I'm sorry if you've lost subs for that, mate. But I have been on. But I think I've been on both. In fact, no, I'm not thinking about it. I have been on both. Yeah, so yeah, I have been on both. So right, you're talking about EB in this case. Right, yes, I've been on EB's channel a couple of times. The usual story goes with me going up on EB's channel is I get a link to what I think is an offline chat, only to find out that as soon as I click that link and click enter, EB goes enter stage and we've been live for 5 minutes. So my first words up are usually what the fuck's going on, and then I go, oh shit, we're live. You can imagine how well that goes down. No, you will never hear the fucking end of that because you've done it twice on me now, you fucker. You've done that twice on me now. So you're never going to hear the end of this. At least I give you fair warning. Or at least if you receive a live notification from me, you generally know that I'm going to be live, especially going off the time. But no, you're never going to live that down. Whether I be a burnt ferret or whether I be a shaved mole rat. You're going to have to live with that now until the day I come over and TP your house. Which might never happen, so you might never live it down. I go, that's for bringing me up live, yeah, bugger. Well, you're lucky I actually walk around dressed. Oh shit, I nearly put my fucking paintbrush in my wine then. That wasn't a smart move, wasn't it? Clever dick washing his fucking paintbrush in his wine. Just because it's ivory paint, you can't turn red wine into white. You know that, you know bad. Really? So, right, now I'm coming to the problem that I had, that everyone else has with Army Paint. Speed Paint 1.0, which is the reactivation. And you can see it's happening there on the cloak. And the wrist, because I sprayed it orange with the Speed Paint to get the squig orange underneath him, it's gone up into, it's bled over onto some of his cloak and hand. But with the 1.0 speed paints, they reactivate when you go over them with another paint. That's why that hand's going all weird with orange and brown. Orange and black, sorry. So I'm just going to have to let that little motherfucker dry. fine. I'll cover this bit as well, considering that's been overshot with orange as well. That's coming there, which means I've got to do all this layer to even it out. Don't you just hate it when one fuck up causes you to have to do loads more work? So I'm just going to paint his entire robe ivory now. Fuck it. He's annoyed me to that degree now. I'm just going to paint his entire robe ivory. So when I come to paint it brown again in a minute, it's got to work. I did have another idea for tonight, which was going to be drawing. But I'm not quite sure if it's all set up. Because I'm still trying to get to grips with how to use stylus drawing on the PC. I'm not doing very well. I do better with pen and paper, and even then I'm not doing very well at this moment in time. I've missed some silver. Now, fingers crossed, I will have another set of new brushes next week. Yes, drawing. Pen, paper, stylus. Essentially, I've started Alexander's Dragon about 9 times. Dan, if you're still in, this is why it's not come through yet. I've started Alexander's Dragon about 9 times. And each time I do something on it and I'm not happy with it and I can't get it right. So I erase it and start again. And then I get that bit right. Yeah, you might have to on that one, man, just a little. But the idea is there. The idea is there. You've just got to work it so you've got to make it work now. You've just got to find a way to get that idea to actually work the way you want it to. If you can do that, jobs are good and not going to have a problem. But as you said, just adding that little bit in might help. Just so people can see that you kind of, ha, 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 I'm joking. Don't throw your frigging lefty nuts or your knickers out the window. Because they've got to, you know that. There's got to be some complete, butt faces that turn around and go, you said this. Yeah. Now listen to it in context and you realise I was taking the piss. And I don't endorse any of them. I've got his hand as well. See how that's very orange on that hand. Al, you can't mention the war. You were neutral. To a degree. Because obviously you were siding with the English big dogs. Because, well, we've had a troubled history, shall we say. But then again, you didn't want to get them blown to shit. So it's like, yeah, we'll kind of sit this one out. But if you come near us, we're going to get you. and then accidentally help us without telling anyone. Which, thank you for that, because it did help. I'm not saying you sat the entire thing out, but you certainly give the other side. Oh yeah. In fairness, the US supported the IRA when they bombed Manchester. As far as I'm aware, they still do. McDonald's gives them donations, as far as I'm aware. Or at least to the Sinn Féin party, anyway. Which is a bit of a difference. Ah, right, okay. Yeah, we know. But, Ali, me and EB are both those type of people that go, yeah, that will do that, essentially. I'm guessing Francois got a similar sense of humour, maybe a slightly bit darker. Well, I say slightly bit darker. I have a YouTube sense of humour, and I have an off-YouTube sense of humour. Because I'm aware that some things are not suitable for the YouTubes. Yeah, nope, not doing that. But then again, neither should ours, to be quite honest. We're in the same boat. I don't trust any of our politicians. We've got 2-tier to K. We've got fuck you up the arse Farage. That's pretty much our only viable options at this moment in time, because I couldn't even tell you who the Conservative leader is, to be quite honest. Or the Lib Dems, for that matter. It's got to show how much pull they've got at the moment. And Conservatives used to be one of like the other party. It never bloody works. Okay, so we're getting a bass tone back down again now to correct the overspray, as I've been learning how to use an airbrush. Well, that's another thing I did get today. Multiple needles and caps for said airbrush. So I can finally start doing thinner bits and thicker bits. So I've actually got them now set up. So I've got a 0.2mm needle and cap in one, and a 0.5mm needle and cap in the other. And I used the 0.2mm needle to base coat earlier, not the 0.5. Did I? I think I did. I'm going to go check. Move the headphones so I don't go wrap myself. Black, orange, clear. Yes, I did not use the 5 like I should have. Or 0.5. Where am I up to? Before I lose my marbles, I've done him. Not done him. Done him. Not done him. Not done it. Right. That makes it nice and easy. Yay. EB, if you're jumping up, let me know by sending me a message. Again, sorry for the cough. I don't know what's been up with me the last couple of days. It's just been. Ugh. Probably the quitting smoking and then smoking again on Friday. I might have something to do with it, but shh. I can't be using logic like that. Back around the back of him to get the rest of his cloak. These might end up being the brightest models I have ever painted. Because normally this would be a dry brush stage just to bring out detail sections. Whereas this time I'm actually painting the entire thing, so when I do go over it with a paint, it should be ridiculously bright compared to the other stuff that I usually paint. Which I would like, because my other goblins are all dressed in black with their red skin and their purple accents. So if you've got any skulls or... Well, no, the squigs are going to be orange. But yes, these goblins are going to be bright green. And I mean bright green. Except for the fact they're all wearing metal face. Oh, for crying out loud. At least it was only 2 this time. Normally it's 3. So yeah, I'm going to have some red goblins that are on foot and green goblins that are mounted. No. Well, I'll see if Francois can... I think I've got my Instagram link in the description. So if Francois can find it. Not in the description, in the channel page. On the channel page. So if Francois can find it and send me the picture of how they've done the Terminators, then I might do a bit of clipping and a bit of sawing after I've done the base coat, because I've got to let it dry before I can give it a second coat, because it's still catching the orange on the hand, whereas you see that's much more orange than the thing above it, even though it's the same colour that I've used. So I'm hoping I get a little dink from Instagram in a minute, and then I can get my homemade little microsaw out and start hacking up Terminators with a little bit more confidence than what I did with the other one. Where on earth is that? Right. No, that was just something that was just irrelevant completely, except for where that tissue box gone. This time I am going to remember to mute before I do this. There we go. That was better, wasn't it? You didn't get to listen to it that time. nose has been on one since I started this stream. If it's not been the microphone, it's been my nose. But something is determined to put me off on this stream. So I want to know what I've done. What have I done to make this stream the one where everything goes wrong? Apart from not preparing anything until the last minute. You have a good night, Ali. Thank you for coming to join us and having a chat. I believe Sparkle's already gone to bed as well. So I'll say good night for her. So good night, Ali. And thank you for being such a wonderful person as you are. For getting some of this. Don't thank me for the singing. Just remember to take the earplugs out before you go to bed. That way you might be able to hear some more tunes next week. Well, hopefully my voice will be in a better condition. I won't be as sniffly and stuff, so you might get a better tune out of me. Might, not guaranteeing, just a might. Still can't sing. But not being able to sing and then not being able to sing with having a runny nose is you're just pushing it now, aren't you? I do not want that. I do not want that. I've already done that. I do not want that. That is not the message I want to see. That is not the message I want to see. Neither is that. Done. That was good. Obviously, having been able to respond to things does help, but sometimes you just get in the way on my phone. This is not going to plan. Yeah, it does. It does. But I don't. That's the thing, though. They didn't start until I started streaming. So I started streaming, and then my nose starts. So it's like, what the? Oh, why now? Why now? And it's not even like I've got people with me who can like mute me because other people are talking to try and not have it as predominantly on the stream. Because, well, there's only me up, so that fucks that plan. Yeah, see, I've got to say, fucking woke up this morning, feels like I've got hair running literally all the way bloody down. And it's not made today nice at all. But I know what mine is. Mine's because essentially going all week without cigarettes and then smoking way too much on a Friday and then not having anything on the Saturday and the Sunday and then not having anything all day today. And then coming up here, it's just hit me. My body's now going, right, we're going to get rid of all these nasty little bits that you've got stuck up in here. So blow my nose, scratchy throat, just generally feeling like a bit of shite. Okay, so we're getting cloaks and base colours down again, which I didn't think I was going to have to do again, but yeah, my thought processes don't always work out. You stupid thoughts, I don't give a shit, go away. No worries, man. Say hello to wife for me and go have fun. Enjoy your meal. I'm assuming you're going to be cooking in a minute. Wifey's home. I've been on for nearly 2 hours now. I'm going to plan next week a little better. I say a little better. I'm going to try and plan next week a lot better. And that way I don't end up in this situation again. Where I'm just doing little bits. I'll also try and figure out what was going on with the microphone and the compressor, find out why that was muting me. Whether it was a threshold level, a decibel level thing, or there had to be a reason why the microphone was being triggered, or the mute was being triggered by the air compressor. I don't know if it was a frequency rate related thing or a volume related thing, but there has to be a reason, and I wish to figure out what it is. It might just be a case of move my compressor like an extra half a foot back, problem solved. Or even stick it on like a vibrationless mat. Because for all I know, that's causing vibrations, which are causing vibrations on the desk, which is causing the wire to just go eat a little bit. And if that's the case, that's just bloody annoying. Because I know my headphones do more than that. But yes, I'm going to finish off this last main base coat for the robes on the leader. Because this is the leader. Ta-da, hence the big spunky helmet. Finish off his robes. Fill in the bit at the back of his hand there that I've missed with the silver. Gunmetal, lead belcher. Whatever you would like to call that colour that represents standard steel. See, I still remember when it was bolt gunmetal. Rather than the current name, which is the lead belcher. Doesn't sound as appealing. What colour are you using? Lead belcher. You might as well just called it moist metal. They would have had a similar reaction. Okay, we have a couple of people still left watching me. Thank you very much. Obviously, thank you to everyone else who's been in this evening. Everyone who watches makes it worthwhile. There is a lot of robage and a lot of arms and a lot of skin tones to be doing on this. well as that, I'm going to have to do those tusks and those teeth. So let's start with the leader. Just give them a quick coverage so I can try and see where they are at least. I'm not going to go all the way down to the bottom. I'm going to save that until I'm using a finer brush. I just want to get the base so I can actually see. Right, that's a tooth, that's a tooth, that's a tooth. They need painting. It doesn't have too many of them. There's about 4 on this one. Oh, wait a minute, no. That's got to be the tiniest one. Tweezers. 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 I know I've got a set of tweezers on here because I've got a hair to move. Why is it that you spend all day looking at something? The moment you want to use it, it fucks off. I will sort you out in a moment, kitty. Right, it's going to have to be snips. And I'm going to have to be super fucking careful. Super fucking careful. He says he's going to have to be super careful. And the first thing he does is push the thing that he's trying to get out of the snips range. I'm smart. Did I get it? I think I got it. Okay, this new ivory, not entirely sold on it. It's better than the Duncan Rhodes one, but it's not as good as the layout. So Army Pater, yeah, not bad. Not great, but not bad. Is it cheaper than Games Workshop? Yes, it is. Is it cheaper than Vallejo? Around about the same price. About £3.50 for a pot. Not for the bottle. Why did I forget the word for bottle? I don't know. But I did. I forgot the word for bottle. It's like me. Yeah. I couldn't even remember the words to the beginning of frigging basket case earlier. Whereas now it's just straight to mind. Okay, so for this evening, I'm going to call this a done stream because, as I said, it wasn't entirely planned, and what I did intend to do just fucked up because it kept muting my mic, which is not a great thing to have doing when you're trying to do this stuff, is to have this thing stop recording. 2 hours up for 1 glass of wine. I did well. Let's get that next. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at these. But next week, I'm going to try and carry on with these little guys. Bright green skin. I may even do the bright pink, as EB suggested, because I should have. Yep, I do have fluorescent pink from Vallejo, which is. So I can do fluorescent pink. Just got to give it a really good shake because I've not used it for a while. So yeah, I might do the cloaks, fluorescent pink, and then do this skin green. That won't look odd, will it? Yeah, it probably will actually. But I'm going to try and make it work. Because what I might be able to do is build up through multiple layers. If I can do that and get that to work, that'd be awesome. But we won't find that out until next week. So, until then, EB, Ali, Francois, Mick T, Graham, Kirsty, Sparkles, of course, JV, Blake, and anybody else, Buzzard, Hank H, thank you very much, mate, and anybody else that I have missed because the chats keep scrolling back up and back up and back up and back up and back up. I can't quite get everyone's name. But thank you all for coming to join me. I'll look forward to hopefully seeing you all next week. And if not, there might be an impromptu on Wednesday or Thursday if I can get hold of the next issue of Combat Patrol. I'll cover that one. And if not, I'll see you on Monday. Thank you very much. And yeah, drive safe, everyone.